These were unusual tiny homes.
Welcome, come on in.
In 2016, Weston and Sarah from Las Vegas traded in a traditional property for a tiny home.
Upstairs is the bedroom. You actually have a lot more room than you think, but downstairs we have the bedroom where we have the boys. You have to take turns getting dressed. You have the space that's this right here, and you really couldn't get dressed here or on your bed, so if you wanted to get dressed, you have to move elbows around, so you have to do it one at a time. In some ways, our house is tiny, but our living room is huge.
They considered the community space outside their living room. That's where neighbors and friends met almost daily for meals and conversation. In 2016, University of Texas at Austin student Joe Weber designed this 145 square foot tiny house on wheels to avoid taking out student loans for housing. With the help of donations, the house, made of reclaimed wood and stainless steel, cost less than $15,000 to build. It included a loft-style bedroom, seating area, bathroom, and kitchen. It also had working plumbing, electricity, and a propane stove. In 2021, this was reportedly America's largest tiny home community. 224 people who previously didn't have a place to sleep were set to move in tiny homes in Highland Park, California.
It's your unhoused neighbors who'll be living here, and it's better here getting treatment, getting care, getting services than in your backyard.
Tiny home communities that transition people out of homelessness were not welcomed everywhere.
Good idea, bad location.
But Rosie Martinez told KCBS she sees the positive side for the residents.
This is going to help them get a job, help them get permanent housing, health care. If they need anything else positive for them, then that's the place to be for them.
The tiny homes measured 8 feet by 8 feet and have heating, cooling, and electricity. Each tiny home reportedly cost the city about $8,000, including setup and delivery. In 2015, Smokey had a place to call home after living on the street for 10 years. She'd lost her house after her husband passed away. A man named Elvis Summers built her the space with $500 worth of material.
She's a human being, 60 years old, mother, grandmother, sleeping in the dirt. It's just not right.
The siding and roofing were donated by a local company, and it took them 5 days to build a 3.5 by 8 foot home. It has 2 locks on the front door and wheels. As long as she moved it to a new spot every 72 hours, the LAPD gave them the okay.
Oh, I felt so good. I was so relaxed. I think I must have slept half of the day.
That same year, Elvis helped several others.
Why do I do what I do? Let me show you.
This is my little red house. It's cute. Like you are that touches the heart of an old man like you.
And it became his full-time job to help homeless people in need.
Everybody has a different story, but they're still human beings. And the simple fact is that being out on the streets is life or death. And without shelter, people die.
In 2017, TK Devine worked to fix Los Angeles' homeless problem.
I myself have lived home free without a home for 4 years, running.
He got his inspiration from portable toilets.
Folks who are living it rough and living on the streets and are trying to make a better life for themselves need consistency. They need a good night's rest.
The portable homes were small compared to the average apartment, but they were designed to cover every person's basic needs.
I can fit a 6'1" frame comfortably, usually with my shoes off, as my mama taught me, right here on the bed. And it's as big as a twin bed. I cook myself a nice little meal or heat up some leftovers that were sitting in the fridge.
The porta home was made out of a larger porta potty designed for people with disabilities. In order to create it, he removed the potty part of the porta potty and added another one in the back of the unit.
People think I'm crazy, which is partially true.
I am very excited about it.
In 2016, Taylor Painter Wolf built this 175-foot square tiny home in her parents' driveway.
I rode my bicycle down the west coast from Olympia, Washington to Mexico, and then through part of the Southwest and Florida.
It was perfect because she traveled a lot and wanted to remain mobile.
You have your sense of home and your own space and everything, but you can still be mobile.
There was a tiny fridge, pantry, metal tub with a shower attached, and a sleeping loft for Taylor and her dog, Goblin. For Inside Edition Digital, I'm Andrea Swindall.